Xander's mentally, physically ready to do it, and there's not in his mind. There's nothing that's gonna prevent that from happening. He's talented. He's a very fast guy, fast fighter. Good power also. So I do give him an advantage, but.
And he's able to pull this off and beat Boots on points, or somehow hurt Boots and stop Boots and put on a great performance.
Robert Garcia has shocked the boxing world by predicting an upset in the clash between Xander Zayas and Jaron Ennis, stating that Zayas is fully capable of defeating Ennis at 154.
Positive about himself, man. He sounds very confident. I talked to him and he's very confident, very positive. So definitely gave him a shot, man. You know, Boots has never been in that division for long. You know, only one fight in one round, so it could make a big difference. Xander's a big boy.
To further support his view, Ward emphasized that Jaron Ennis can be hit cleanly if approached correctly, and Xander Zayas has the tools to exploit those openings effectively.
And I like Xander a lot. I like him a lot personally. I like his movement. I like how he's carried himself. And I've seen his growth, you know, calling his fights on ESPN. He's got a lot to like. He's got the range. He's got the height. He's tough. You know, he's got a whole country behind him, and he fully embraces trying to be the next great Puerto Rican champion. And he's going to cause some problems for Boots Ennis throughout this fight.
Roy Jones Jr., however, believes that while Xander Zayas is talented, applying those skills against Boots Ennis will be extremely difficult when he performs at his best level.
I don't always see Boots, even though he does have skill defensively, he doesn't always use it. I see Boots sometimes get hit with clean flush shots, and I'll see him get hit in a fight with a repeated shot. And my boxing brain says, you took that shot against this guy, what if you get hit with that same shot against that guy?
On the other hand, Paulie Malignaggi marked it as an early opportunity for Zayas. He explained that Boots is a really dangerous guy, winning against whom would be a tough task for Xander.
He's looking for the opportunity to shine his light. And Xander is a guy, like you say, that you can't let hit you repeatedly with the same shot, or you won't be around long. So Boots gonna get on his game. I'm sure he's gonna tighten up and get on his A game because he know he has an A opponent. So I think the fight is perfect. I think it's the perfect time for the fight.
Showbiz the adult showed firm faith in Boots Ennis. He stressed that with his experience and skill set, Xander is highly unlikely to defeat him.
Basically, it's a great matchup. I think Boots is very, very talented. He's in his prime, obviously. He's facing a guy who knows how to use his distance and throws hard punches, combinations. He has the will to win. I mean, this is going to be a great fight. I don't know who's going to win. It's tough to call, but you might have to give the edge to Boots just because he's on a roll, you know, with his past opponents, the way he's been handling them. Stylistically, I think I would have to give a little edge, but I do love.
Eddie Hearn also has strong confidence in Boots and has even predicted a knockout victory when he faces Zayas.
Surprised they put in Xander that early. Listen, Xander will fight anybody. He's that kind of fighter. Super marketable fighter, so that's why I was surprised that they're taking this chance with him a little early. If he wins, he's a megastar. Ennis is one of the best fighters in the sport today.
Tim Bradley also questions supporters of Xander Zayas. He emphasized Boots' superior versatility, speed, and ring intelligence as decisive advantages for him.
Boots, as of right now, yeah. But I think Xander Zayas is going to give Boots trouble. I do. I think it's a good fight. If Xander Zayas were to win, that would be like, holy shit. I'm not sure what that would mean. Maybe I overrated Boots too much. You know, Boots, I have Boots in my top 5, pound for pound, actual best fighters in the world.
Besides all these bold predictions, Brian Norman Sr. expects a competitive contest, asserting it will test both fighters in different ways.
Boots will sit in the pocket, he will fight you, he will attack you, he can box off the back foot, but he actually likes to come and fight. Maybe getting hit himself, but trying to knock Xander Zayas out. Not trying to go 12 rounds, not trying to put on a boxing masterclass, not trying to tell you after how he didn't get touched. And it's all about hit and not get hit.
And to prove Robert Garcia wrong on fight night, Jaron Boots Ennis has stepped into his training camp with a mindset that reflects complete focus and determination. Even with several weeks still remaining before fight night, the intensity inside his camp has already reached extreme levels.
That Xander, sometimes he get that pressure on him. He get a little bit of yeah. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, he do. And Boots see that, and Boots know that he put the type of pressure with his athleticism and speed and power and angles and all that stuff. Shit, I get touched, but you gonna get touched right back. You know what I'm saying? So look, Xander, I'm Boots all the way.
Unlike many traditional camps that gradually build rhythm and momentum, Ennis has chosen to begin at full throttle, making it clear that he is not here to ease into preparation, but to dominate from the very beginning. His mindset is centered around proving a point and delivering a performance that leaves no doubt.
The leg is gonna make it great. That's what's gonna make it great to me. I think that he already had problems with Cameron gave him problems with the movement. Gave Boots problems with the movement. So I think this is emulate that, but I don't think that Xander got a lot of power. I told you that before too. So is Boots gonna respect his power? I don't know. It stands to be seen. So I don't know, but I think it's gonna be a great test. It's gonna be a great test for both of them. Definitely a great test.
From the opening days of camp, Boots has been pushed through relentless and grueling sessions designed to sharpen every aspect of his fighting ability. His team is focused on elevating his timing, precision, and punching power to elite levels, ensuring he enters the ring as a complete and dangerous fighter.
Shift, don't do nothing. Income. Yeah.
In the camp, each workout is structured with purpose, combining conditioning drills with technical refinement. The goal is not just to maintain his current level, but to push beyond it, transforming him into a version of himself that is even more dominant and efficient.
Confident in myself, and I've always been like this with anybody. You can go back to any interviews or anything that I did with anybody. I always been this confident because I know what I can do. I believe in myself. I put the hard work in, and I'm really different, and I'm going to show why I'm different.
Beyond physical preparation, Boots' Ennis camp is deeply invested in strategy and opponent analysis. His team is carefully studying Xander Zayas, breaking down his habits, tendencies, and weaknesses. Based on this analysis, many of the training drills are specifically designed to counter Zayas' strengths and exploit any openings he might leave. Overall, Boots is leaving absolutely nothing to chance as he prepares for June 27th. He has promised a brutal and decisive victory, and his preparation reflects that ambition in every way. The combination of intense physical training, detailed tactical planning, and unwavering focus highlights just how seriously he is taking this challenge. He is not just preparing to win, he is preparing to dominate, aiming to prove that he is operating on a completely different level when he steps into the ring.
What do you do? I feel like he can't. He too slow. He don't move his head. Like he getting better, but I'm gonna be too much for him. What I got coming to him, he not gonna be able to take. I'm saying that.
On the other hand, Xander Zayas is also approaching his training camp with a sense of urgency and determination, fully aware of the massive opportunity in front of him. While he has consistently proven himself in previous fights, he understands that facing Jaron Ennis represents the toughest challenge of his career so far. However, with that challenge comes a reward that could elevate him to global recognition, and that realization is driving him to push harder than ever before in preparation for this defining moment. And to meet the demands of this fight, Xander has committed himself to an intense and disciplined training routine from the very start of camp. Much like Ennis, he is hitting the process head-on rather than easing into it. His days are full of taxing exercises and drills that put his mental tenacity and physical stamina to the test. He approaches each session with the goal of getting better as he strives to hone his abilities and get ready for the most competitive level he has encountered. His daily schedule reflects this dedication, beginning with intense early morning sessions and continuing with long runs that build stamina and resilience. Xander is committed to making sure he is ready for every scenario that may arise when facing Jaron. His team is focused on strategy in addition to physical fitness to ensure he can take advantage of any opportunities and execute his game plan successfully under duress. However, the camp's physical preparations continue to take precedence. Compared to Jaron Ennis, Xander Zayas is matching intensity with determination, preparing himself for what he expects to be a war inside the ring. He is aware that in order to succeed, he needs to be at the top of his game, and his preparation reflects this. With such dedication and focus, Zayas is setting himself up to make a strong statement on June 27th in an effort to grasp the occasion and demonstrate that he is one of the greatest boxers.
And you work with what you have. I have the power. I know I have the power. But I feel like I'm better when I'm moving, when I make this guy look foolish.
Okay.
So, further delving into this contest, Thomas Lamanna clearly picked Jaron Ennis as the winner. Based on his in-ring experience with him, he stated that he cannot bet against Ennis. In his view, Ennis would be too much for Zayas, and it would require something beyond just boxing skills for Zayas to pull off a victory. However, Bruce Carrington believes the fight between Xander Zayas and Jaron Ennis will not be easy for either man, expecting a high-quality and competitive contest. According to him, both fighters possess the skills, hunger, and determination needed to push each other to the limit, making it a true test of their abilities on fight night. Furthermore, Zab Judah offered valuable advice to Jaron Ennis on how to defeat Xander Zayas. While recognizing Zayas as a strong and capable opponent, he urged Jaron to rely on his experience and power. Judah mentioned that using these strengths effectively would allow Boots to control the fight and ultimately secure victory against the young challenger.
He's going to be ready for battle. But I'm going to be ready for war. It's two different things in there, you know? It's a different mentality when you go in there. He's never been in a position where he had to adjust. He's always had it his way, you know? So when you have somebody making you think, when you have somebody making you react to something, at some point, the body is not used to it, and the body won't react as fast as you want it to react. The brain won't tolerate what it's getting, and it's not gonna give it or dish it out as fast as you want it to dish it out. So,
and like the majority, trainer Derek Bosey Ennis strongly backed Boots Ennis, praising his natural talent and exceptional boxing abilities. He highlighted Ennis' well-rounded skill set, noting his combination of speed, power, and ring intelligence. According to him, these qualities make him a very dangerous opponent and give him a clear edge in a high-level matchup against Xander Zayas.
Explosive, too versatile. He's going to switch back and forth from orthodox to southpaw 7-8 times around. I'm exaggerating, but you know, he's. I don't think Zayas really understands how strong the kid is, how fast he is, how smart he is, bro. Like, He's an elite level fighter with his IQ.
In addition to all these opinions, trainer Derek Bosey, Ennis stated that the challenge will be massive for Jaron Ennis, and he must reach the level he often speaks about. According to him, his previous performances may not be enough against an opponent like Xander Zayas. He emphasized that Ennis must perform at his absolute best, as any sign of complacency or lack of seriousness could cost him the fight. Overall, he expects a high-quality boxing matchup when both fighters meet.
Tougher fight than people think. But I am interested to see how Xander deals with Boots' power and his slickness. And I want to see how Boots deals with Xander's technicality and his defense, because Xander's defense is underrated. I genuinely believe that. It's going to be a great technical fight.
Considering all these things, the boxing community is highly excited about the matchup between Jaron Ennis and Xander Zayas. While excitement has been present since the announcement, it continues to grow with each passing day as new updates emerge, including intense training footage and bold predictions. Opinions remain divided, with Ennis holding a slight edge among analysts, but Zayas' team and fans strongly believe in his chances. Given both fighters' youth, skill, and hunger, fans expect a highly competitive and thrilling contest.
Fight, the keys to success with Boots is going to be experience. Experience. He's a little bit more mature and better experienced than Xander Zayas in this point of time right now. That's what I'm giving the win on.
Now, as we wrap things up, we would love to hear your thoughts on this exciting clash between Jaron Ennis and Xander Zayas. Who do you think will come out victorious and why? Drop your predictions in the comments section below. We are eager to hear your takes. Just like the opinions of top analysts, your voice truly matters to us as well. Also, don't forget to show your support by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more updates.